Hey Facebook, hey Instagram, we are live for another Tuesday talk, and today I'm going to talk about how to calculate your maintenance. So have you ever started a weight loss journey, maybe a healthy body journey, and you're not really sure how much to eat for your goals? I hear this time and time again where either I've started a new diet or I'm just trying to eat healthier, but I don't even know what I'm doing. So today we're going to talk about the first key ingredient to one, your weight loss goal or your healthy body goal, and two, to put you in optimal position to have a successful weight loss. And that is learning how to calculate your macros or your own calories. Excuse me. So today I'm going to have you guys get out your pen, paper, and we're going to learn how to calculate your maintenance calories. I keep saying macros because I do count macros as well. I would love to have you type in the comments, do you calculate your calories? Do you even know how much to eat for your goals? Have you thought about that? That weight loss eating is confusing, because type that in the comments. This is going to help people be seen, heard, and supported, because it's like you're not the only one out there that thinks this way. Okay. So we're going to jump right in. If you are on Facebook, I actually have slides, but if you're on Instagram, I'm so grateful that you're here. I would love to know where you're watching from, what city you're in, what's the weather like. So type that into the comments while I queue up my slides here. Okay, so before I jump in, not very many of you may know who I am. My name is Coach Rose Peterson, and I am founder of RP Fitness and Nutrition. I help ambitious women over 35 level up their fitness and health, so while they continue building your dream life, because I know how hard it is to prioritize your health, prioritize your fitness while you're going after the big things, while you're raising your children, while you're doing business. So my specialty is helping those women who are building it all reach their healthy body goal. And the reason I say building it all is because I heard a really fantastic saying at the conference I was at this last weekend, which is, I'm not busy, I'm building. Yes, I am not busy. I am building. So that is something I'm going to be saying all the time, that I am building. Hi, Celine. Hi, Rachel. Thank you for coming in. And for those of you who are on Facebook or YouTube, please type your name in the comments. And hello, thank you for being here. Okay, I'm going to forward my slides. These are just some of the clients that I've helped. And if you're interested in working with me, please type in the comments, I'm next, and I'll reach out for a quick chat to see how I can help. Also, I have tons of free downloads. So if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you'll see the links there. If you need food ideas, if you need to know how to get started with portion control, recipes, reach out to me. I've got tons of free resources. Let me know what your struggle is, and I'd be happy to send it to you. Okay. So what I think is really important is that we first talk about how fat loss works, because most of you on here, or maybe watching or following me, you're following me because you have a fitness goal, you have a health goal, you may be wanting to learn and support somebody else who has a healthy body goal. So there's a lot of confusing information out there, tons of different diets, and I wanted to kind of briefly explain to you how fat loss works so that you never have to suffer through another diet. And what I mean by another diet is like all these crazy things out there with rules, supplements, like detoxes. And I'm talking about detoxes in the sense of like someone ships you this package and you have to like take all these supplements and juices and all these things to lose weight. And actually, you don't need that stuff to lose weight. Or I've had somebody message me that they're on the snake diet. Have you ever heard of that? The snake diet? And so I want to teach you what fat loss is like without having to resort to extremes. I have many people that reach out to me that they've tried keto and it didn't work for them. So we're going to break down the science. without having to say, what's the next diet I need to start? So that's what I mean by saying diet, is that we're not trying to look for some quick fix plan. I want you to know that you don't need to follow some diet plan. You don't need to jump on the next bus of a plan you cut out of the magazine, or like a meal plan. Like some people say, I just need a meal plan. Well, sometimes that meal plan is not written for you. It's written for someone who's 4'8" and it's only 1,200 calories. That's like in a miserable place to live. And I was there. I used to buy the magazines at the grocery store, Shape magazine, like try this 7-day slim down. And one, it's exhausting. Two, it's full of ingredients I don't like eating. And three, it is not written for you. So today I'm going to teach you how to come up with how much to eat for your specific body. And I think it's really important that we know how to take care of the body that you're in now. And I think that that is education that is definitely missing, because all the messages that we receive in social media is that you should be eating less. 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 What does that even mean? What does that mean, eating less? Is it I'm starving on a half a cup of rice and a piece of dry chicken? Is that what eating less is? Is that what healthy eating is? No, it is not. And so today we're going to talk about the science behind that, because I believe in science and teaching and empowering you and my clients what the right way is. Okay, so all diets work the same, whether you are doing intermittent fasting, whether you're doing keto, Weight Watchers, flexible dieting, low carb. All diets, meaning all ways that help you lose weight, work the same way, and that is through a calorie deficit. Hi, Tina. Thank you for joining. What is a calorie deficit? Well, that means when you eat less than your body burns, it will tap into stored tissue, so AKA hopefully stored fat, to have energy balance. And this is the law of thermodynamics. So all diets work using the law of thermodynamics, which is your body is always going to try to find energy balance. So when you're taking in less calories than you burn, your body's going to need that energy from somewhere to keep going. So when we lose weight, it's tapping into stored tissue. Hopefully it's stored fat. There's ways and combinations that I teach my clients how to eat so that we don't tap into stored or tap into our muscle, which is what we don't want. So ladies, go out there and eat plenty of protein no matter what you do. So when you're eating keto, when you're eating low carb, you're actually eating less calories than your body needs if you're getting a result, right? So if you're losing weight on keto, if you're losing weight on low carb, if you're losing weight on Weight Watchers, intermittent fasting, it's because you're eating less than your body needs. Doesn't matter the combination. And I know that like when you're on keto, you have to eat high amounts of fat. You have to eat more fat than protein for keto to actually work the way it's supposed to work. And it is really difficult to eat that much fat in a day. So you inadvertently eat less. And when you create all these food rules, like I can't have bread, I can't have pasta, I can't have fruit, you're eliminating whole food groups that is automatically going to be reducing your calories. Does that make sense? Because now we've restricted ourselves from things that would normally be in our diet, and we've restricted ourselves from things that may be very calorie dense, like the chips, like muffins, like pastries, like cookies. Those are naturally calorie dense. And when we cut all those out, guess what? We are in a calorie deficit. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, so now why learning maintenance calories is important. This is important because we need to know our starting point. We need to know how much to eat to take care of the body that we're in now. I don't think very many people know this. They just think I need to be making better choices. I just need to eat healthy. But learning how much to actually sustain your current weight is going to give you so much knowledge so that when you go do your calorie deficit, you know how many calories to actually cut out for you. Okay, so now there are online calculators you can use that will help you calculate your maintenance. And I want you to know that the formula I'm sharing and the online calculators that you may find online, they are just formulas. They are not going to know your very specific body type, your very specific activity level, or maybe if you have hormonal issues that slows down your metabolism a little bit. These calculators are not unique to you. They're just a general formula based on science and generalization and the human body. So once you calculate your maintenance, you might have to experiment a little bit to see what your true maintenance is. So, for example, if I calculated my maintenance and I learned that to maintain my current body weight with the training that I do, which normally I train about 3 to 4 times a week, I'm walking on average about 5,000 steps. Some days are higher, which, I'm not afraid to admit that I am considered kind of sedentary. And that's because half of my job is online. I also travel a lot. I have to drive a lot of different places. When I train my clients, I'm kind of limited in a small area. So I don't get as many steps in as other people. I have to be very conscious and schedule time for that. So anyway, that being said, let's say I go to a calculator or I use this formula that I'm about to teach you, and it tells me that to maintain my current weight, it's 2,000 calories, okay, with everything I have going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be my own scientist and my own observer, because if we want to make a change, we have to arm ourselves with knowledge. We have to empower ourselves with the right information that's going to help our body, not the textbook body, our body. And this is actually something that I help my clients navigate as well. So let's say I'm going to commit. I want to learn my maintenance. I'm going to learn to see if 2,000 calories actually maintains my body weight over a 2-week period of time. 2 weeks. 2 weeks to help you figure out your maintenance. At a minimum, a month would be better. So my goal then would be to track all my food, put my scientist hat on. Okay, we're becoming non-judgmental observers, and I'm going to do my best to eat 2,000 calories every single day for 2 weeks. Then I'm going to use the scale to see if that outcome matches. So if I eat 2,000 calories every single day, I see small weight fluctuations. But by week 2, if my weight on day 14 is the same as, or very close to the same as day 1, bingo, I've got my maintenance calories. I'm at 2,000 calories. That's enough to maintain my weight. Now, if you just joining me, make sure to go back and listen to the beginning to let you know that my 2,000 calories is just a number I pulled out of the air. As a matter of fact, I'm not even quite sure what my true maintenance is, because I've been able to maintain my weight because I've mastered maintenance. I've mastered maintenance from doing this work, and it's so important that you do this. Okay, so the other reason why learning your maintenance calories is important is, so to wrap that thought up, once I learn that 2,000 calories is my maintenance, and let's just say that I decide to lose some weight. Now, you need to burn 3,500 calories in a week, or 3,500 calories to lose a pound. So let's say your goal is 1 pound a week, which is very healthy and non-stressful. Then you would try to spread that out, that 3,500 calories, let's say over the entire week. So now if I know that my baseline is 2,000 and I'm going to go on a deficit, a short-term deficit to reach my goal, and I divide that 3,500 calories over 7 days, I know I'll need to reduce my calories by 500 calories a day to reach my goal of 1 pound a week loss. Does that make sense? Okay. So I know a lot of you have maybe thought like, well, when I'm on low carb, I immediately lose weight. Okay, so what's happening is that you lose water. So for every 1 gram of carbohydrate you eat, your body will hold on to an average of 4 grams of water. So when some people, reduce their carbs and they see an immediate change in the scale, that's not fat, sorry to say. That is water loss. Okay. So that's why tracking calories is actually king, because that's actually the part that is going to get us the result. Okay. Number 2, why learning maintenance calories is so important is because, madam, ma'am, friend, sis, queen, sister, I know I said sister, you are not supposed to be on a diet all the time. You are not, write this down. I am not supposed to be on a diet all the time. We should not be suffering all the time. We're not supposed to be eating less all the time. And as a matter of fact, if you eat less all the time, that could be something that is getting in the way of your metabolism. Okay, Ginger, say that again. Yes, you are not supposed to be eating less all the time. You're not supposed to be dieting all the time. And that's why it's so important to know how to maintain your current body weight. Okay, so I know I could really get super passionate about this, but if you are a client of mine, you know that we do weight loss in phases. We're not supposed to be in a calorie deficit long term, and we've got to do things to kind of stimulate our metabolism. Our metabolism is beautiful. It's actually flexible. And even if you have a hormonal issue that causes your metabolism to be slower than most people, there are strategies to help boost your metabolism and make it flexible. We want your metabolism to be flexible, and that's why we need to refeed our bodies by being on maintenance. The longer you're in maintenance, the better your body will accept weight loss. The longer you're in maintenance, the better your body will accept weight loss. Meaning, if you've been taking care of your body and you've been feeding it what it's supposed to run well, if you've been fueling your gas tank to full, not over full, but to full, fueling your gas tank with the right amount of gas it needs every day, and you're doing its oil changes, you're doing the maintenance, you're doing all the little micro things, which that's a whole nother talk later about micronutrients, then the engine is running really, really well. And if you think of your metabolism as a fire, your fire is burning hot when you are feeding it to maintain your body. Okay. So then let's say, for example, I stay in maintenance for 2 weeks to a month, longer the better. And you're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for my weight loss goal. I know exactly what to do. I've calculated my maintenance. I know how much weight I want to lose per week. Your body feels safe. Your body feels safe. And it says, all right, Rose is in a deficit. She's feeding us less. It's time to tap into that stored fat for fuel. So your body is going to look for that energy somewhere because you're not feeding it. You're in this calorie reduction. So the energy it's going to tap into is your stored fat. Okay. Which you could be on a deficit for as long as you want to get your result. I recommend taking breaks and doing fat loss in phases. Some signs, I didn't even plan on talking about this today, but some signs you may need a break is if you're grumpy, your sleep is disturbed, you're working out and you're not recovering well, meaning like you're sore for so many days. You're obsessively thinking about food. Those are signs that you need to go back to maintenance for a while. So let's say that you're on you're on a calorie deficit for about 3 months. You're starting to get really tired of the process. You experience some of the symptoms I just shared. Now we need to recalculate our new maintenance. So let's say in the 3 months you lost 15 pounds. now we need to recalculate how much calories our body needs to maintain our weight. Okay, so here's the tricky part. Some people get really scared. So let's say they were at 1,500 calories, for 8 weeks, and they're like, oh my God, if I go back to 2,000 calories, well, let's say you calculate a new maintenance. Your new maintenance is 2,000. If I go back to 2,000 calories, I'm going to gain all this weight back. And that's actually not true. What might happen a little bit in the beginning is that you might be holding on to a little bit of water, because you're eating more carbohydrates, you're eating more calories back. But to me, your maintenance, should be in a range. So your maintenance of your body weight, for me, I always say plus or minus 5 pounds. So if I go over 5 pounds and my body stays there, then I've gained some weight. But if it fluctuates between 1 and 5 pounds throughout the week, throughout the month, that's maintenance. That's your body maintaining homeostasis. That is your maintenance. Okay, so let's say that I'm just going to put out some theoretical numbers. Let's say I started at 200 pounds and then I lost 15 pounds. Now I'm at 185. Now I'm going to recalculate my maintenance for my 185 weight. And what happens sometimes, and if depending on each person, and I'll explain the ifs later, but depending on each person, what happens sometimes is like they keep losing weight even after they add in those calories back. Even if they go back to, let's say their new maintenance is 1,800, they keep losing weight. And what happens is, when you're on a diet for a long time, think of your metabolism as a fire. And when you're feeding yourself less and less, and your body is like tired of tapping into its stored fat, that flame gets like smaller and smaller and smaller. So now it's just kind of like this little fire burning. Then all of a sudden you add a log to the fire, like, okay, I'm coming out of my deficit, I'm going to go back to maintenance. You add this log to the fire and it's like, whoa, energy. I want to do all the things. I can walk, I can do a bunch of chores, I can go travel and take a hike. And you get this like energy log into your fire. You start not even realizing, you start moving more. So like instead of using like asking your kid to grab you a glass of water, you actually get up and go and grab that glass of water. Or like instead of scrolling on Netflix, you're like, you know what, let me do some chores. Like you have this energy. Now you start moving more. Now you accidentally go back into deficit because you added a log to the fire. Does that make sense? So, the two reasons why maintenance and calories is important is, one, we need to know how to take care of our bodies currently. Two, the longer we stay in maintenance, the safer your body is going to feel to release weight. Now, the reason I say safer is if you have a long dieting history, which a lot of my clients do, or you yo-yo diet, you diet hop and you try all the different diets. So your body is like, okay, am I getting fed or am I starving? I'm getting fed, I'm starving, fed, starving. Or if you do binge and restrict, your body is like not even knowing what to do. And it's going to stress your body out. And your body is always going to want to hold on to things because we don't know when Rose is going to put me on another diet. So I want to hold on to this food for a little bit because I could be put on another diet soon. So the longer we stay in maintenance, the better and safer our body will feel, so that when we do go to our calorie deficit, it's like, okay, it's okay. I can let this go. I feel safe. This is temporary. Okay. So I hope that helps. I'm already down to noon, so I have another appointment. So I'm very quickly going to tell you, get your pen and paper out, how to calculate your maintenance goal. Take your current weight. And by the way, this is a starting point. Like I said in the beginning, this is a starting point. It's a formula. You're going to have to check with the scale every few days to see if this maintains your weight. Take your current body weight and times it by the number 14 or the number 15. This is going to equal your calories. This is the amount of calories that is going to maintain your weight. Okay. So your body weight times 14 or 15. And if you missed it, rewind, go to the back, watch the replay about how do you know that that's your maintenance. Basically, the scale is going to tell you if that's your maintenance. So if you maintain your weight on those calories, so it's really important to be diligent on tracking, because if you kind of sort of are eating healthy, then you're kind of sort of going to get a response. So if we're actually being honest observers and scientists, we want to calculate accurately and we're going to track accurately. So if you have that Starbucks, track it. Move on. No guilt. We're tracking it. Okay. You eat out at Cheesecake Factory, track it, because we need to know where your current baseline is. Okay. So I am going to wrap this up, but I want you to stay tuned for next Tuesday at the same time, because we're going to do a part 2, which is how to calculate your weight loss goal or your muscle gain goal. So I'm going to give you the formula for that. But for now, I encourage you, if you have a weight loss goal, I encourage you to calculate your maintenance, send it to me for some little extra accountability. Okay. And say, Rose, I calculated my maintenance. My maintenance is 2,200 calories. And I just need you to keep me accountable. Check in with me every day. I would love to just, send it to me. I'll give you a thumbs up. All right. So, but if you need a little extra help, you want somebody else to calculate with this for you, you want someone to help navigate your weight loss in a smart way, and also equip you for the tools to handle emotional eating, stress eating, to learn mindful eating habits, to learn how to eat while you're traveling, or how to maintain your weight loss even after you meet your goal weight. Or you just need that coach to help you get to your goal weight. Either way, if you're interested in working with me, here's my criteria. 1, you're tired of struggling alone. You just want to feel like yourself again, and you're ready to do the work. You're coachable, and you say, I need a system, I need structure, and I want to use a system that works, and I don't want to be suffering, and I don't want to feel like I'm on a diet for the rest of my life. And I want to wear the clothes to show off in instead of hide in. And I'm ready for a change. Type I'm next in the comments, and we'll have a quick DM chat to see if I could possibly help. Now, please don't message me if you're looking for a quick fix. If you want to give up all carbs like Taco Tuesday, Pizza Friday, you want to give all that up, I will support you, okay, and we'll find a way, but I do not put my clients on low carb diets unless that's their choice, okay? If you don't want accountability, you don't want someone following up with you, you don't want someone saying, hey, you said you're going to do this and you didn't. What's going on, friend? How can we help? If you don't want that kind of accountability and you're not willing to put yourself on the to-do list, then you're probably not ready, okay? Lastly, if you don't think investing in yourself is worth it, then this program is probably not for you. But if you are ready to lose up to 20 pounds over the next 12 to 16 weeks, learn how to sustainably keep it off, I'm looking for 5 moms over 35 who are ready for a change. So drop I'm next in the comments and we'll have a quick chat. One of my clients just joined in. She lost 30 pounds in 15 weeks and she is a boss, you guys. She is juggling a lot and she somehow made it happen. Didn't think she was going to, but she did. She believed in herself, believed in me, and together, well, she did all the work, but equipped with my support and coaching, she rocked it. She rocked it. So look for Maria and her testimonial in my feed. Okay, you guys, until next time, this is Coach Rose rooting for you to try something new because 2022 is almost over. See you later. Bye-bye.